In the next 10 years, the moon will become more valuable than any piece of land on Earth. And right now, America is losing. For decades, we treated the space race like a finished chapter in a history book. We were wrong. China isn't just planning a visit, they're planning a permanent takeover. From gas stations in deep space to a monopoly on limitless clean energy, the stakes are trillions of dollars and global military dominance. If you think this is just about flags and footprints, you've already lost. Here's why America can't ignore China's moon program for one more second. Forget the dusty, flat plains where the Apollo missions landed. Those were the suburbs. The downtown of the moon is the South Pole, and it's the most contested territory in the solar system. Deep inside craters that haven't seen sunlight in billions of years lies water ice. This isn't for drinking. Water is hydrogen and oxygen. That is liquid rocket fuel. If you control the ice, you control the refueling station for every single mission going to Mars, the asteroid belt, and beyond. While NASA's Artemis program struggles with SLS delays and budget battles, China's Chang'e missions have been hitting their marks with surgical precision. They've already landed on the far side, something no one else has done. They are proving they can operate where we aren't, and they are aiming for the peaks of eternal light, small ridges with constant solar power. If they get there first, they don't just own the land, they own the power grid. But fuel is only half the story. The real prize is the dirt itself. The moon is saturated with helium-3, a rare isotope that is the holy grail of nuclear fusion. It's clean, it's limitless, and it has zero radioactive waste. Experts estimate that just 25 tons of helium-3, about the size of a single space shuttle payload, could power the entire United States for a full year. At current estimates, 1 ton is worth $5 billion. China isn't looking at this as a scientific oopsie. They are looking at this as the replacement for the entire global oil and gas industry. Their state media has already started talking about lunar industrialization by 2050. They aren't thinking about the next election cycle. They're thinking about the next century of Chinese economic hegemony. We have to talk about the high ground. In military strategy, if you have the higher hill, you win. The moon is the highest hill there is. This is the space between Earth and the moon. If China establishes a permanent presence, they can monitor every satellite in Earth's orbit. They could intercept communications or disable GPS and defense systems with total impunity. China has been pushing for safety zones around lunar assets. In plain English, they want to be able to say, this area is ours, and if a US rover gets too close, we consider it a provocation. For years, the US banned NASA from working with China. The goal was to slow them down. Instead, it forced them to build an entirely independent, robust, and now faster-moving ecosystem. Our own policy may have accidentally created our greatest rival. So, where is the US? We have the Artemis program, and it's ambitious, but it's also vulnerable. NASA has to beg Congress for every cent, and priorities change with every new administration. China's space program is a central pillar of their national rejuvenation plan. It doesn't stop for elections. China is testing 3D printing with lunar soil and long-term robotic habitats right now. They aren't just sending people, they are sending a construction crew. While the US builds the Artemis Accords, China is partnering with Russia and other nations to build the International Lunar Research Station. We aren't just racing a country, we're racing an alternative world order in space. The moon is no longer a museum or a graveyard for old Apollo landers. It is the most strategic frontier in human history. America cannot afford to ignore China's lunar program, because the nation that leads on the moon will lead the Earth for the next 200 years. The race isn't starting, it's already half over. Is Artemis enough to keep the US in the lead, or is the era of American space dominance officially over? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This is a conversation we need to have. I'm Ernestly speaking, and I'll see you in the next one.